who don't know so much about type 1 diabetes. So I've been educating. I'm not shy about answering questions. I don't feel ashamed for what I have, and I will do it in public. And if somebody tells me to stop, I tell them to turn their heads and walk the other way because they don't have to watch. Politely, because that's the way I work. But I've got here, I'm in the mood for a chocolate milkshake, usually small, and I do have them before I go to bed because they keep me from really craving much more than that. But I wanted to show you how what my process is. I don't have a pump. I used to. I lost it when I lost my insurance, but I take Novolin R, or Novolin N, my short-acting, or that's my long-acting, I apologize. And this is my Novolin R, which is my short-acting. And I had dinner about 5:30 this afternoon. Right now it's about 10:30 at night. And I gave myself insulin, my 12-hour, it's supposed to be a 24-hour acting, from what they say, but apparently my body burns it off a lot quicker, because I have a very high metabolism to begin with. So I take it twice a day, once at breakfast and once at dinner time. And so I took it at dinner time, along with my short-acting. And it's evening. I'd like a milkshake at this point. And I'm going to check my sugars now to see if I had to give myself some insulin. So I was just going to show you my process. And I use Walmart brand Relion small little meter. But that's because I can get 50-pack. Is that a 50? Yeah, it's a 50-pack of strips for... this was on sale for $9, so I couldn't beat that, so I got it. And I also use an alcohol swab to clean my fingers, because I want close to an accurate reading, considering my meter. And I also use 1 lancet a day. This is probably going to be my last use of it, and I put a new one in every morning before breakfast. So I'll go ahead and get my strip in my machine. And then I'll prick myself. This thing uses literally the least amount of blood, and I have used about every meter that has ever existed in the last 10 years. I got a pretty good amount of blood there. Not going to need it all. I'll wipe it off. And my sugars are 143, which is, my goal is 125, according to my last medical exam. So, taking a milkshake, which I've already calculated at about 35 carbs, because of the measuring, I've got it down to a T these days. I will have to give myself according to what my sugars are, and how many carbs are in my meal. So, 143, 35 carbs for my meal. I'll probably take another 2 of these. So I'm going to take 3 units of insulin. And I just pulled these out of the fridge before I came to do this. And if my math is off, it's not that big of a deal, because I have my long-acting in, and it will take care of it in the night if it's too much. I'm horrible at math. I usually write things down, but due to time, got 3 units going in. I stick it in, pump it up, I pull it down, and usually there's a bubble, so I pump it up 1 more time, and I pull it down. I don't have any bubbles in my syringe at this point that I can see. Good to go. And I usually do it in my stomach. I've just recently started doing it in my, and I've had 3 children, so excuse my rolls. And I've been on my left side most of my day today. Leave it in so it doesn't leak. Good to go. And I throw my needle away. And that is how that works. Sorry for my stumbling. This is the first video I've ever made in my life. So excuse my stumbling. And if you hear my cat purring, good for you, because he's not usually that loud. If not, then all the more for me to hear. Have a blessed evening.